Hello, so in this video we're going to take a quick software tour of the Motorola MOTOLUXE, the Android handset from Motorola. This is a pre-production model, so there could be some changes between the software on here and the final shipping ROM, but we don't expect there to be, and if there are, there'll be very minor changes. Now we have done another video that looks at the hardware on this device, but just to recap, it's got a 4-inch touchscreen display, front-facing camera. It's running Android 2.3, so we've got all these touch-sensitive buttons here. We've got a really handy lanyard piece here, so you can hang your phone around your neck and what have you. We've got a rear-facing 8-megapixel camera with LED flash. Got a 1400 milliamp hour battery with standard SIM card slot and micro SD card slot up to 32 gigabytes. We've got a metal back cover here, which I just show because it's unusual to get, real good quality like this. It's full metal back cover. It's not cheap plastic. It's got a grippy feel to it as well, and a nice design on here. 3.5mm headphone jack as well. So let's have a look at the software. So as I say, it's running Android 2.3 on here. Currently this is Android 2.3.7. So let's just show you some of the key settings here. So let's go into about the phone, and you can see here, so it's the XT615, the MOTOLUXE, and it's running Android 2.3.7. Let's have a look at the languages. So not a huge range of languages on Motorola devices, but we've got some of the Russian language is there, and a lot of the European ones as well. We've got a little bit more in terms of language options here should you choose, so this can change your keyboard setup if you select multiple languages from the list when you're in an application such as messaging. If you pop open the keyboard here, we can see it's in English, but I can swipe across to change the language to one of the others that I've asked to be on there, and you can see that the keys change respectively. So let's just ensure that the screen is up to full brightness so you can get the benefit of this display. So it's not the highest resolution screen, but if you can't see it here, this is actually fairly bright where I am, and I'd be very pleased with this. Now I've got it connected up to Wi-Fi, not to 3G, but of course it does have 3G capability on here as well. So we've got all the standard applications and the usual home screens that you get with Google Android. You do have Motorola's customization on here as well. So there's some really nice features, and one of them is this. You'll see you've got these sort of contacts and you've got this big play button. What this is a social graph, as the screen tells you here, which can be automatically configured or manually configured. What you can essentially do is customize your layout of contacts on the screen to your most favorite ones. So that's ones that you could manually select, or your phone will automatically detect which ones you call most. So if over a period of 3 weeks you start calling different people more frequently, this will change the layout, with the most popular one being there in the middle. I think that's quite a cool feature. It won't be to everyone's taste, but it's quite useful all the same, just to have the quick access there to those people that you contact and follow most frequently. And the same principle applies with applications, so you can customize it or automatically have it customized based on the applications that you're using at one time. So that's quite nice there. Standard sort of phone dialer here. You can hear you've got the audio feedback as well. The 4-inch screen is fairly responsive. We've got the rear-facing 8 megapixel camera with LED flash. Now I don't have a micro SD card in here at the moment, so I can't test it fully, but you've got zoom on here. Traditionally, zoom isn't particularly good on Motorola devices, but you'll be able to see the results of that in another video that we have up on our channel. You've got the ability to change some of the settings, so we've got this set at 8 megapixels, but you can change the resolution should you choose, as well as some of the other options, including shutter sounds and what have you. So we can come out of that. We do, of course, have a video recorder as well, where you can change the resolution. So it's an 800 by 480 resolution video on here, which can be downsized as well. So not full HD as some would like, but it's a video recorder nonetheless. And you've got the big record button up the top here as well to start shooting video. Back to the home screen, let's just go into the messaging once again. So I did demonstrate the keyboard in here, but you can see fairly sort of standard experience when it comes to the keyboard there. You get the feedback when you're actually typing as well. Let's head on over to the browser. So here it's hit the Clove mobile site. So this is running on Wi-Fi. So it renders fairly quickly over Wi-Fi here. You can double tap the screen to zoom in and out. You can pinch and zoom. You can rotate and then do the same sort of things. Now, one of the features I do like about this device, and I'm not sure if this is just because it's a pre-production unit or whether it's going to be apparent on the final device, I hope it's apparent on the final device, is if I now go back to the home screen, my home screens have now gone into landscape mode. There are very few devices that do that, and I know it's not that often, you may think, when you're at your home screen and you want it in landscape mode, but there are times. Have you ever been in a photo viewer or in a messaging application and you prefer to type landscape mode, and it makes sense to go back to the home screen in landscape mode rather than going like that or trying to orientate in portrait mode? It's a nice little feature there, and I hope that's on the final version. So we've got all the standard sort of applications installed on here. Facebook, got an FM radio when you connect your headset, Google Plus, you've got DLNA media streaming on here, you've got Quick Office, Twitter, your voice, YouTube and what have you. Let's just put a YouTube video on here just to test some of the speakers and what have you. So just click into one video here. So the speakers on the back of the device here, not the loudest of speakers, but certainly wasn't quiet. So that goes into full screen mode. So that's actually in just a standard resolution there. So pretty good. Quite happy with that in terms of the experience. So that's it really. That's a quick software tour of the Motorola MOTOLUXE. Make sure to check out some of our other videos on our channel, youtube.com/Clove Technology.